Now, as we've already seen in our video on the calendar and our video on the syllabus, we are going to be having homework assignments this semester that are going to be due, as well as exams. And these are going to be done very similar to how we would do them in a normal semester, except for the fact that we're going to have to upload our work here on Blackboard. And I'll show you really quickly how we're going to do that. Remember that homework assignments in our class are often going to be given out on a Tuesday. That homework assignment is a separate set of problems. Remember, it's different than the worksheets. You'll be able to find all the information regarding homework assignments here in the Homework tab. Notice if I click on this, I'll see that I have a bunch of different folders for each of our assignments. So homework number 1 and the links for it, the solutions to those homework assignments, and the submission details are located inside of this folder. Right now, all that you can see is actually just the homework submission. But on the first Tuesday of this semester at 8 a.m., a new file will pop up here, and that'll be the homework assignment. Okay? It's actually going to look like this. So our homework assignments are going to have this basic layout. They're going to come in a set of, or two different sets of types of questions. Fundamental questions, which are pretty bare bones, basic style questions, and then questions that require deeper understanding. So the questions that are going to require that you think a little bit more carefully about what we've been doing, and you don't just have a bunch of facts memorized, but that you kind of understand what's happening. In addition to that, I'm also going to have on each assignment extra credit questions. Now, these questions are totally optional. You don't have to do them. They are indeed extra credit, but it gives you some opportunity to earn some additional points. Now, in terms of the difficulty of these assignments, fundamental questions typically tend to be the easiest. Questions require deeper understanding tend to be more difficult, and extra credits tend to be even more difficult than the questions requiring deeper understanding. It's a very bad idea to rely on extra credit to improve your grade, because extra credit will require that you already understand much of the content that we've gone through at a very deep level and can then take it even a step further. So these assignments you're going to be asked to complete on a separate sheet of paper, or if you're taking notes or doing your homework electronically, that's also okay. You can submit things electronically as well. So if you're using like OneNote on an iPad or something like that, it's totally acceptable. But your goal is going to be to write out answers to each of these questions, explaining to me what you're doing. Here's the biggest tip I can give you for homeworks this semester. Your job in homeworks is to convince me that you have the right answer. When you typically have written homeworks in the past, your job most of the time has been to convince yourself that you have had the right answer. That is, you could do a lot of work mentally, and as long as you were able to kind of record the answer, everything was fine. But in this case, I'm going to require that you are able to convince me, which means you might have to explain a little bit of what you're doing. I'm always happy to help you with your homework assignments and answer any questions that you have about them, so please make use of office hour time if you have questions regarding the homeworks. So once a homework assignment is completed, what I would do is I would click on this Homework 1 submission. This is going to be a link. I can actually attach a file to this. And if you don't know how to get your homework into a nice attachable file, I even provide a recommendation here. There's some free phone apps like TurboScan where you can just take some pictures actually of your work. It converts them right to PDF formats. PDF formats are the easiest ones for me to actually work with and will allow you to get your grade back usually the fastest. So once this is ready to go, you would attach this. Write any comments that you need to, and make sure that you hit submit. If you click save as a draft, I will not be able to see your assignment. It will not be submitted, and you will not earn credit for the assignment. So you have to make sure you hit that submit button. I have this set up so you can resubmit as many times as you need. So if you realize like, oh shoot, I forgot to attach a file, not a problem. Just resubmit the whole thing. It's totally fine. Okay, I'll be able to look through all of your submissions. You of course can write me any details about what happened in the comments. So this is what we would do for homeworks. Now on exams, the same sort of thing is going to be true. When I go here and I take a look at exams, I'm going to go under the Exam 1 folder. I have all the details about the timings for exams listed here. And then you can see that my exam will release on a particular day at the appropriate time. And then there's the same standard exam submission. I'm obviously not going to show you what Exam 1 is going to look like, but I will go ahead really quickly and just show you at least the first page. All of our exams are going to look like this. They'll have a nice cover page, and it'll kind of give you a layout of what you can expect with all of our exams. So our exams are going to be out of 135 points. You'll be able to see the point breakdown per page, and I won't show anything else. Okay, so hopefully this gives you a good idea of how exactly you should go about completing your exams and homework assignments, and how exactly you're going to get those to me during the semester.